Billy, my name's Sarah. I'm going to be your hygienist today. Anyway, so today I'm going to be going over your nutrition with you and talking to you about how your diet relates to your overall oral health. So I'm going to have you fill out this sheet right here. And just do it honestly. Fill them out pretty simple, generalized. And the last page that says 24-hour risk. I want you to do that one based on your most recent 24 hours. Thank you. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get started. This looks good. We're going to go ahead and start with your 24-hour food record. So, generally, we want a balanced meal. We love knowing that we are getting the needed nutrients in our diet by eating 3 square meals a day. You don't seem to be doing that. You don't have any breakfast listed. I assume it's because you're not awake that early. So what I can recommend is trying to get some form of breakfast in your mind, like maybe an egg, some toast, maybe some oatmeal, grits, breakfast. Anyway, and drink it with water. Your midday meal was 2 BLTs and some apple juice. That's a lot of BLTs. What kind of bread was it on?
Wheat.
It's good. It's good. And did you just have plain lettuce or spinach? Plain lettuce?
Lettuce.
Okay. Well, when looking at that for the future, you could use spinach instead of lettuce, and that will actually provide more vitamins necessary to your diet because iceberg lettuce tends to be very nothing. And you also had apple juice. Do you tend to drink apple juice throughout the day? Yeah?
If not apple juice, then water.
Okay, good. Can't say apple juice is the best. However, knowing we drink a low sugar apple juice, it's better than the other kind. For no afternoon snack, and that's good. For your dinner, you had tuna fish helper and apple juice. Tuna fish helper is heavy in the dairy. It's had peas in it, so it had that green, it had that dairy, it had that grain, and it had the fish in it. So I mean,
you made it.
I did not make it. Dad made it. I did not make it, and so it seems a relatively solid meal. It does cover most of your options. If we look at this Choose My Plate, it covers most of your options on here. You probably could be getting more protein in your diet. From what I can tell looking at this, and then you also had an evening snack of brownies and milk. That's all right within moderation. However, you want to make sure when eating snacks like that, because they're so sticky, you want to brush your teeth, especially before you go to bed. Otherwise, it'll sit on your teeth and wear away the enamel. And eating and snacking throughout the day and drinking apple juice throughout the day, that actually lowers the pH in your mouth, makes it acidic, and it allows that bacteria to really get in there and start causing those cavities. Anyway, we'll keep going. So nutrition and oral health. So I asked you to circle all of these that apply, and so you're not always able to shop, cook, and feed yourself. Are you a college student? That explains that. You alone most of the time. I'm assuming that goes along with the college. You take 3 or more prescriptions or over-the-counter drugs daily, okay, and then you snack or drink sweetened beverages 2 or more times a day. I'm glad you were honest with this. Dad was not. So your score was 6, and if we compare it to that, you may be at high nutritional risk. You may need referral to your physician and or registered dietitian for more in-depth nutritional intervention. Your diet is not the best. It needs to be more balanced. You need more greens. You need more grains, protein, water, probably some sleep. I don't know if that counts as diet. And so going over this, I want to make sure I cover everything. With the diet, you have those sticky foods. You get those sticky carbs in your diet that you seem to be eating and snacking on. Those get stuck to your teeth, lower that pH. You get the program. So for determining your caries risk, for beverages and soft foods, you eat them 2 times a day. And then for solid and sticky foods, you also eat that 2 times a day. And you also do eat 1 slowly dissolving food a day. What is that? Anyway, besides the point. So,
hard candies. No, I figure I might.
So this puts you at, don't look at your phone. This puts you at a high risk for caries. So when looking at these types of foods you're eating and stuff, you want to make sure you can raise that pH as quickly as possible to eliminate that risk with the caries. You want to there are some options you can have. So if you were to have some chips or some chocolate candy, caramel, and after that you can get a piece of gum. And if the main ingredient, it has to be in the top 3 ingredients, it's called xylitol. And that is actually a caries inhibiting ingredient. It actually stops caries in their tracks, or stops cavities like from forming right then and there. It raises your pH. Highly recommend it. Some gums do have it. You can get with me on that later. And so finally what we're going to do, I'm going to show you. So with that, with letting your pH get acidic, looking in our, it sits and it lowers and the bacteria sits there and it eats away at your teeth. And it eats away and it causes pain and abscesses and it's not good. Finally, we're going to do this together. So this is basically, we want to get a goal for you. So I want you to choose, we're going to fill this out together, okay? I want you to choose one thing that you would most like to change in the next 2 weeks. And remember, you want your goal to be realistic. So out of the things we talked about, what is something you could see yourself doing?
Eating the sandwich I made like 10 minutes ago, sitting on the counter.
What is a realistic goal in relation to what we talked about today?
Oh, probably eating 3 square meals a day.
3 square meals, great.
3 square meals a day.
Okay. Now that you've identified one thing that you'd like to change, we're going to come up with some strategies to reach that. So, first thing, I think we could wake up earlier. That's a good way to make sure you get 3 meals a day. Okay, and when looking at this topic with the 3 meals a day, what is something you think you could do? Like perhaps maybe looking at your diet, what would you like to improve with those 3 meals?
I don't know, my balance, I guess, in those meals are not always the best things.
Balance, great, I like that. Okay, now that's enough strategies for today. Do you have any questions for me?
I think I'm okay.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. Brush your teeth.